Force will be with you.
Always.
I am your father. No. It's not true. That's impossible!
What's going on, guys, and welcome to my continuation in the journey to the rise of Skywalker, and this is my review for Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Guys, let's just start talking about it. The Empire Strikes Back takes place nearly 5 years after A New Hope, with the rebellion are now at their full powers. They have beat the Empire, they have blown up the Death Star, but now the Empire is coming back. The Empire is building a new army, and they are ready to strike back at the rebellion. So the rebellion has to go and hide from the Empire somewhere that the Empire won't find them. So they go to this new planet, Hoth, which is kind of like this ice planet. There they can hide away. One thing I want to mention is that, guys, Star Wars is one of those franchises where they always know. I feel like Return of the Jedi takes a little bit too much of copying A New Hope, but Empire Strikes Back is like nothing that we've seen before. Empire Strikes Back is like everything compared to A New Hope. Compared to A New Hope is nothing standing next to Empire Strikes Back, because it's just more. Double the action, double the romance, double really everything in this movie. It's nothing we've ever seen before. So much planets and space battles. I will say this, Return of the Jedi, this is probably the first movie where we actually get into the full space battle aspect that eventually happens in later films. I'll get back to that in a minute, but so now they're kind of hiding away on this Hoth planet, but the Empire sends down a droid and they find him. The Empire strikes back to prepare their first battle against the rebellion. Luckily, the rebellion is able to break out. Han Solo gets his team and loads the Millennium Falcon, and they escape, while Luke hears a vision from old Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force Ghost that he's got to go to Dagobah to be trained by Yoda, who would eventually become probably the most comedic and also awesomest, wisest Jedi we've ever seen before in this franchise. So Luke goes to Dagobah, while Han Solo tries to get Princess Leia, C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewbacca tries to get them all out of there. They spend like the first hour of this movie trying to run away from the Empire in space, but that's what I'm talking about. We got at least an hour of awesome training and space wars, and then finally, towards the second hour, they finally find their destination. They decide to go Han Solo's old friend named Lando Calrissian, who lives in a hovering city in the clouds, which they think will be a perfect place to hide away. They go to the hovering city, which is called Cloud City, but what they find out is that Lando actually betrayed them, and that the Empire arrived shortly after they did. So now the Empire has now struck back. They make their first move by freezing Han Solo in carbonite and sending him to Jabba the Hutt, who, of course, Han Solo does have his debt that he hasn't paid with Jabba the Hutt, which we've talked about so far the whole franchise. And then Luke Skywalker shows up to take on the battle with Darth Vader. Darth Vader eventually injures Luke pretty bad. Then the big reveal at the end that Darth Vader is indeed Luke's father. Luke kind of loses it and then eventually just escapes from there. So it's one of those movies that, while I would say Empire Strikes Back is probably the greatest movie of all time, it doesn't necessarily end on a good note, because where I would say A New Hope ends on a good note with the rebellion destroying the Empire and getting rewarded, and then Empire Strikes Back ends with, well, the Empire has struck back. The Empire has given the rebellion their message that they are back and they are in full power to strike again. And essentially that's what they do. This movie, A New Hope, it's kind of in the title, hope. The rebellion has hope and they beat the Empire. Then Empire Strikes Back, once again it's in the title, strikes back. The Empire strikes at them and they are there to tell the rebellion, we are here and we are not going anywhere. So with the Empire now striking back and nothing's really ended on a good note. Luke lost a hand. He now found out that his father is probably the most powerful bad guy in the universe. Han Solo's frozen in carbonite somewhere in the galaxy. And so yeah, doesn't end on a very good note, but it is still an awesome movie. When you compare this movie to the original Star Wars, which A New Hope, at the time it came out, people thought it was going to be a disaster. When it came out, it went down in history as probably the greatest movie of all time. And it's one of those sequels where it's just so amazing, because when you think of a franchise with a movie that is just beyond beating perfect records, it's near a perfect movie, is there any chance that you can make a sequel that can beat that near perfect movie? And Empire Strikes Back, it's one of those movies where Star Wars struck again at the top of their glory tower. They planted their flag and they said, we are here to stand. This is our franchise and this is our cinema. And that is why Empire Strikes Back is the best movie of all time. So for me, I'm going to give Empire Strikes Back a 100%. Did you guys think it was going to be any lower? 5 stars out of 5. Recommend this one. If you have not seen this one, you gotta go see it. It's just, you can't watch this video, you can't subscribe to this YouTube channel without watching Empire Strikes Back. So go out to Target, whatever store is near you, Best Buy or whatever, pick up the Blu-ray and buy Empire Strikes Back and watch it probably a million times. But anyway, this has been my review on Empire Strikes Back. Please leave your comments down below. What were your thoughts on it? And thanks for watching, and peace out.